I'd like to thank the Chamber for inviting us to do this presentation. I know a number of persons were interested in finding out some more about the Smart Fund. What I will do is give a brief overview of the project and the various facilities under that project, and then Mr. Strong will expand a bit on the particular facilities we have already launched. Back in 2010, the government would have received technical assistance from the Inter-American Development Bank to prepare a sustainable energy investment framework. I think William mentioned it earlier. One of the things coming out of the SAFB, as we call it, was two factors that the consultants would have indicated that was hampering the implementation of renewable energy and energy efficiency. One of it was financing, and the second one was access. So the Smart Fund was born. So the Smart Fund is basically a program called the Sustainable Energy Investment Program. We call it Smart Fund for short. It is a $20 million program funded through a loan by the Inter-American Development Bank. And in order to implement this program, we actually partnered with the Enterprise Growth Fund to implement Component 1, which is the actual fund itself. The objective of this fund is to increase the use of renewable energy as well as energy efficiency technologies, to decrease your energy costs for Barbados, to increase energy security, and to basically contribute to the reduction of emissions of pollution in the country. The program is set up into two main components. The first component has 5 facilities that are administered by Enterprise Growth Fund, and the second component supports the first. The first facility is the Technical Assistance Facility, and this amounts to approximately Barbados $1 million. The purpose for this facility is basically to provide grants to businesses for funding the pre-investment studies. A number of businesses out there want to do something in renewable energy, and they're not sure what they want to do. So we actually have a facility where you can come to EGFL and apply, and you can receive a grant to get your energy audits done, any other feasibility studies you need done, depending on the type of project you have. The next facility that we also have is the Energy Efficient Retrofit and Renewable Energy Finance Facility. We call that the loan facility for short. In total, the loan facility is 12 million Barbados dollars, and it provides subsidized loans to businesses for RE projects, energy efficiency projects, and we've also added recently allowing the funds to be used for working capital for RE and EE producers, such as like Caribbean LED and the solar water heater manufacturers. The technical assistance facility and the loan facility were launched to the public late 2011, and Enterprise Growth Fund is actually accepting applications for these two facilities. The next facility I would briefly give to you is the Pilot Consumer Finance Facility. This is also $1 million, and this provides rebates through selected retailers who do hire purchase arrangements. And basically what will happen is the general public will then have access to these rebates to buy their energy efficiency appliances, as Mr. Hill called them, smart appliances, and also RE systems that are available. The Enterprise Growth Fund has actually partnered with one such retailer, and you'll soon hear a little bit more about that in the press because we are launching that to the public very shortly. The next facility is the Energy Efficient Lighting Distribution Facility. This is also Barbados $1 million. When we launched back in 2011, the initial program was to do compact fluorescent lamps. Since then, the price of LEDs would have reduced considerably, and we felt it necessary to review this program in light of the fact that the price for LED is cheaper, as well as the fact that they're more energy efficient. So we've come to the conclusion now we're actually revise everything, and we're going to be doing LEDs. So shortly you will see advertisements in the press that actually partner with retailers on island who actually stock LEDs. So you'll hear more about this as the year goes on. The last facility under the Enterprise Growth Fund is the AC Rebate Trading Facility. This one is Barbados $3 million, and it's offering 50% rebate to householders as well as businesses for purchasing more efficient ACs. The purpose of this facility is to encourage persons to change out the old inefficient AC units that also has the harmful ODS gas to units that are more efficient. As you can see, it's a very sizable rebate facility. We're actually in the preparatory phase for this facility, and Later in the year, we'll actually be sending out tender for retailers to partner on this facility as well, and we're hoping to launch this facility early next year. The last facility that actually kind of ties everything together, this one is actually managed by the division, and it's a discretionary finance facility. And basically what this does is support the other facilities, and it will include a public awareness and education program. We've started with a small one, and we're actually going to be ramping that up as time go on. We also have data collection and monitoring system that we will be establishing, because it's important to actually have incentives and have programs within government, but it's also important for us to be able to measure the impact that these incentives are having on what we plan, what the original objectives were. So lastly, I just wanted to summarize everything for a lot of the businesses out there to understand there are various opportunities for businesses under the SMART Fund. You have the grants that you can have for your energy audits. You have low-cost financing. Businesses can also get rebates for AC units. And any of the businesses here who actually retail the various things on the facilities actually can partner with EGFL and use that as an opportunity for them to increase their business. So I am really looking forward to hearing a lot more from you in terms of finding out more about the various facilities under the AC and the lighting and the pilot consumer. And we actually have a booth at the back, so if there anybody wants additional information, you can always come. So now I'll invite Mrs. Strong to finish and go through the application process.
I will touch on a couple of the facilities that would have been mentioned previously by Keisha, the two that have actually been launched, the technical assistance facility and the loan facility. The first facility that would have been mentioned previously is the technical assistance facility, which provides grants for pre-feasibility studies. If you are interested in implementing some type of renewable energy solution or energy efficiency solution, you obviously need some kind of input in terms of what type of system you could possibly implement, what kind of savings and so on you expect to receive from implementing this system. And you would need some kind of technical expertise to help you to design that, that particular intervention. So this is where the technical assistance facility comes in. You get up to $40,000 to have the energy audit done. You will have to make some kind of deposit towards that, that grant, up to 50%, and you can get back most of that depending on whether you actually proceed to apply for a loan after the technical assistance, after the actual audit has been completed. It's one grant per company. And the last point, talking about random inspection, that's just to make sure that businesses are using the funds for the purposes that they would have indicated. So after you have decided that that's what you want to do in terms of applying for the grant, what you actually have to do, you actually have to sign a letter of intent. That indicates your interest in accessing the facility, and it will also indicate how much money you want to actually get the study done. Now, in order for you to know how much money you want, you will have to consult with the technical person. And that technical person is the SMART Fund partner. And that's what we call them, the SMART Fund partner. They are individuals who would have been vetted by a particular committee, a special committee, and they would qualify as a SMART Fund partner. Currently, we have 7 of them listed on our website. So if you want to use the grant facility, you have to go through the SMART Fund partner. Okay? So you will provide us with a letter of intent indicating your interest. You will also indicate who the SMART Fund partner is that you're planning to use, and you'll also have the SMART Fund partner provide you with the project idea document. That outlines the general benefits that you expect to garner from the intervention, what are the potential costs, what maybe is the size of your business, what's the floor area in terms of square feet, maybe generally what type of equipment and so on you're using, what's the staff level. That kind of general background information will be put into a document called the project idea. And you will also send along copies of your electricity and gas bills for the last 12 months. So those are the items that you will need to send in to us when you are seeking to access the technical assistance facility. Now I will speak a little bit more about the actual Smart Fund partners. As I said, there are 7 of them. They are listed on our website. You can choose which one you want to work with. They will, and you will indicate to us who you're going to be working with. So that is going to be, these Smart Fund partners would have been selected based on their technical expertise and their knowledge, their educational experience. So they have to be individuals that would have had some kind of experience in renewable energy, individuals with an engineering background, that type of thing, mechanical, electrical engineering. So those are the Smart Fund partners. And the list is not complete, if you will. We are constantly willing to accept new applicants in terms of those who want to function as Smart Fund partners. So if there are other individuals out there, or other companies out there that want to function as Smart Fund partners, they can actually apply to us. Those requirements are also listed on our website. Okay. So after you have the audit completed and certain recommendations have been made, and you have decided as the applicant what you want to do, what do you have to do now to actually access the loan? These are a bit of, these are some of the terms basically of the loan facility. You can access up to $1.5 million. The interest rate right now is 3.75%. It's on the reducing balance, and well, clearly based on the nature of the facility and so on, it's only for energy efficiency and renewable energy projects, right? And you can have up to 10 years to repay the financing. You know, most of the payback periods that you see tend to come in under that 10-year limit. So I would tend to think that once there's a judicious management of the savings and so on, it shouldn't be a problem, I think, in terms of amortizing the loan that you're requesting. In terms of the other requirements, you will also need to provide some kind of collateral. You'll need to provide us with a little plan after you have the audit and the recommendations and so on. You have to put that together in a little plan, a regular business plan that you'd send into any financial institution, and just indicate, you know, how much money you want and what you want to use it for. And then, of course, as I said, these are the, and then if you need any approvals from GEED or Barbados Light and Power and so on, those are items that you should also take care of. I would have mentioned this previously. Before we are able to do any disbursements and so on, you have to make sure that you get your clearance certificates as well, in terms of NIS, VAT, and PAYE and so on, or if there are any arrears or anything like that, you must have some kind of arrangement in place to liquidate them. But again, there's also that requirement for an inspection just to make sure that the funds are going to the areas as intended. But I will stop here and then I will take your questions afterwards. Thank you.